Guys, I kid you not, I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. I was just looking over the bike, saying, okay, I'm done, everything is together. It's about, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes at most since the last video I was just shooting, saying what I'm about to do. And I kid you not, I was about to take the bike away from its spot and say, let's go. Look what I'm putting on the bike. The exhaust. Yep. I was and wonder why it's not starting right up. And why is it so loud? We can get a fire up and make sure it's running. Or see if it is running, period. In fact, tomorrow though, if everything starts up now, which I think it should, I might put the MZ on it, and I might take it with me to go pick up the reed that Presley's sending me and carburetor that he's sending me at the P.O. box. Okay, no matter what, we're done for the day, but everything is on. I'm gonna put you like this, and you can watch what happens. Definitely gonna have to be tuned. Smoking a lot. I got a crazy good mix in this gas tank because I was expecting the 50cc to run. So, a lot of oil is what it is. Okay guys, right here I take it back out really quick for another ride because I came back, talked to the camera, but in my head I'm thinking something is not right. It doesn't have the same power it did when it was stock, and considering the port timings that I now gave the motor, it should have very good pickup, torque, top speed, the whole 9 yards. So I'm a little confused. That's why when I came back, I said it's acting like it's maybe too lean or too rich. I really didn't know. So I take it right back out because I do have somewhere to go at this time and I only have a few minutes to keep messing with it. That's why I pick up the next day. You'll see in a little bit farther in the video. And I come back and I say some more stuff about it, but for the most part, it was just a dog and I couldn't figure it out, which is making me think it was too lean, and that's why it's going so slow. It's hard to tell, guys, to be honest with you. I think it was running better with the choke on, which means it's too lean, which would make sense because I'm pretty sure it was jetted lean. Either way, started up, it definitely has more power than before. I couldn't get it to really take off and run until I started messing with the choke, but I just don't have enough time to play with it right now, so I have to do it tomorrow. But it was 100% more powerful on the takeoff. So I'm excited to see how she did and how we came out with her numbers. So either way, it's running great. So let's put her up. Okie dokie, guys, you are on my chest mount. So what I'm doing at the present moment is I'm digging out the Pepsi bike. It has the Port Series motor on it that I put on the other day. Now it is quite cold out. This seriously got sucked back through and through there. That's amazing. I'm gonna do that if I asked it to. So anyway, it is quite chilly out, but that's okay. It's been about 3 or 4 days since I was out here working on it last, just because timing, and I couldn't get back out here to do anything to it. But I want to get it started again and tune it. I did get it started last time, so I know it runs. But I do think it needs to be fattened up I think it's too lean, way too lean. So that's what we're gonna work on now and then take it for another spin. Okay, I'm out here. It is set on the leanest position. Something I noticed that when you get these things in pretty good port, at least the two that I've gotten where they are super close to being right, jet always seems to need to go fatter. So that might just be coincidental on the two I did, but I try to keep notes mentally at the bare minimum. We are going to take it for a spinsy. No wires are touching anything important for now, so we should be okay with that. Go for a spin. See how she does. Okay, choke is going all the way up, slightly down. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, started up already. Right now I got the needle on the fattest setting possible. It's still on full choke basically. Getting warmer because it's starting to run worse. Choke down a little bit. Got to get her warmed up. It should be warm enough to take choke all the way off. This sounds four-strokey. See how the clutch is, because that was something that you could tell it's fat to it once it stall out. Oh, my bike. I gotta work on my bike too, guys. Stall out. I'm not gonna adjust the carb yet for idle, because it needs to be, need to get it warm. But you can hear it's fat right now. Okay guys, at this point you can see that I'm a little confused. I definitely think it's rich. Now the motor is not fully warmed up yet, but I just fattened it up a lot, and I'm thinking it's four-stroking when I'm on it a little bit, but then you see when I take off, it bogs down really heavy. So I'm getting super confused. I'm really not sure what to think at this point, because I'm personally thinking I screwed something up in the ports. Remember, I'm still kind of new at all this, and I don't know all the different sounds and what they mean, but to me it sounds like it's struggling to make power, but at the same time it's also sounding like it's four-stroking. So I keep playing around with it, but we try to figure it out pretty soon on what's going on. It is quite cold out. I really want this bike to work because I need to ride it to do laundry today, and it's got the tow hitch on it, and I don't want to have to switch that to the other bike. I can't go on my bike because the axle is still stripped, and I don't have any pump brakes on my bike because the cable snapped the other night. To be honest, guys, I'm not sure which way it needs to go. I think I'm gonna try leaning it out, see how that does. But I'm not sure, honestly. If I'm being 100% honest, I am not 100% sure. So we're gonna try. But at least it's warm up to operating temperature. I don't see any leaks. It idles right down. So as far as all that stuff goes, I think we're golden. Let's see how she goes. Quick and easy, quick and easy. We are now second from the bottom. Oh, let's fix my earmuffs, actually. That's better. All right, do it over. hard to tell if it was going faster before than now. The idle's better though, just from moving it up that one notch. See, that sounds boggy to me though. Let's go one more. See if that helps it at all. If it doesn't work, then what's the option? Going up a jet, right? Because it definitely ran better when it was fatter, right guys? It definitely ran better when it was fatter. And if it runs better when it's fatter, means it needs more fuel. I think that's obvious. So the only thing we could do then is give it more fuel. So we might have to go up a jet, see how that works, because when you go up a jet, then just doing the needle, like yeah, you're letting more fuel in, but you're letting more fuel in throughout the entire spectrum without the air. And I think that might be what it needs. That's about it. I'm full throttle right now, and I can't hear the engine revving up anymore. Now, granted, this is slightly uphill, but it's not like a hill. Like, it's almost a flat with a slight upgrade, you know what I mean? It's not like you wouldn't notice it when you're walking. Here, I'm on a flatter ground and it picked up a hair. Yeah. I think we got to go up the jet. I think it needs more fuel. How boggy it is. Yeah, I don't want to ruin it. I'm not going to get on it. I already got on it the whole way back. A little bit. It's definitely going faster than stock when it can get there. Stall it out. We are going to have to figure out what jet it is, and we're gonna have to upjet it. Didn't want to do all that, to be honest with you. Mainly, I'm just tired today, being a bum. I also got to go over to my mailbox and pick up some stuff. I am tempted to just take Heather's bike. Her bike is running fine. My bike needs some stuff. Front brake, and it just needs me to go over it in general. Just get a brake cable and fix my bike pretty easily. And then I'm not gonna wear my backpack. That's the only reason I don't want to take hers, is I don't want to have to wear my backpack. No matter what, I gotta do this. So let's just do it before I procrastinate any longer. I'm just gonna take the carburetor off and figure out the jet inside. I do not know what jet comes in this. I'm assuming it's a something. It's probably a something or other, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna get the brake cable for mine, take my bike to pick up what I need to pick up, and then I'll come back and putz around. This chain is a loosey-goosey too. It's loose on top and bottom, which means it's way too loose. When the chain is loose like this, that means that's when it can bind up inside of the sprocket on the motor. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a ride. And as much as I want to take her bike, I'm not. I'm gonna take mine because it's just so much more comfortable. Let's just put this back in line, and then I'll go inside, get a brake cable, the appropriate tools. Then I'm gonna take a ride to go pick up the stuff that Presley sent me. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep you on for as long as I can on the ride back home. I am leaving the mailbox place that I have the P.O. box at, and I just put up a short, but this is what I picked up. Presley Fleck. Like I said, watch my channel and messaged, and then he joined the group, and we just became buddies and talk. I'm sincere when I say my favorite part about the whole YouTube thing is talking to you guys. I enjoy it the most, and it's just enjoyable and fun for me. But I told him what build I was about to start doing, or I wanted to start doing and get into, and I needed a reed valve. And he said he had one because I put a post up on Facebook about it, and he messaged me. And then I was talking, I'm like, yeah, I got to get a carburetor shoe. And then he's like, oh, I got a carburetor too. My old one I don't use. So he sent it to me. So that is freaking awesome. Big shout out to him. Thank you so much, Presley. No matter what, I'm going to video as far as I can on the way home. I always video on the way here, but I never video on the way home. I was thinking, because I took main roads here, I'm thinking I might take the bike trail back. It's a little slower pace, and you can see how shiny my chain is. It is dry. I could hear it making a little noise. I don't have a spare with me, or lube, unfortunately, so yeah, I don't want to go too fast. I was pushing on the way here, just having fun because the cold weather was just, this thing's loving the cold weather, but I don't want to push it too much with that dry chain. Plus it's cold, everything just gets a little more brittle. The only thing good about the cold is it keeps it from heating up as fast. So I got to redo my sign, right guys? It's horrible. It looks absolutely horrendous. Choke. Yeah, it should cool down for sure. Out. Whew, is it cold out? I need to get heat. No, I need to get to the bike pack, I'm thinking. Take the trail, I'll be slower too, which will be beneficial for me being so cold. This motor does not have the guts I want my daily to have off the, off the gate from like a dead stop. But at cruising speed, it's got all the power you really want and all the RPMs you really want too. Like it's really good at cruising speed, at 10, 15 miles an hour. Like it's really, really nice. But it revs. Like I thought it wasn't gonna rev like it used to. Man, it still revs up. Not as high as it used to, but darn near close. It is one heck of a rever. This is a really sucky part of this road. There's like no shoulder for a little bit up the hill. Let's get some speed going up this hill. time I've been on this since the storm. This is really washed out. This is bad. This was not like this at all. This was smooth. Out all the rocks and the cement, for crying out loud. But I mean, the water was, man, it's crazy, but the water was about, it was higher than my head here. The water was probably about a foot above my head right now, which is probably about 8 feet from the ground. And the water was crazy high. All right, we are entering Mountainburg. I think I might stick to the path. Ooh, it's really washed out. The only reason I don't like riding these trails when they're like this is because I got street tires. You know, and the street tires are not good for this. They slip. They're good for street. They are not good for this. If it's like this, they're fine. Because it's predictable, but when it gets really rough, it gets hard to predict what's going to happen. Now they got all the gates open. The gates are never all. I haven't been on the bike paths in a long time. Look, this is all blue chip rock, like driveway rock. This is all new. This must have washed out really bad and they had to put something down to fix it for now. This is not, this wasn't here in the beginning of the year. I'm working on the, what you call it, bike, the mule test bike, doing that port motor. I left the white wire on there too on purpose. I want to test that. After I get the performance out of it and figure out the carburetor issue and get a fatter jet in there to get it working right, I want to figure out how much power do you really use from using that white wire. Oh boy, what is this? Guys, I couldn't see, my lens fogged up right when I needed to really see where I was going. I couldn't gun it and go up again. Whew. This is quite bumpy. Anyway, so I'm working with the mule bike and I left not the mule, I'm working with the mule. The name's the mule. So I left the white wire on that port motor because I want to test how much power you lose when you're running like a light off of it or something. And I have a dash, like a universal dash that I bought. Oh man, forget that. There we go. It went, because that, what I just rode over was about 8 inches wide. Yeah, maybe 10. Either way, it was narrow enough to do 10, 15 miles an hour over it. I don't know where the best spot is. So I want to see how much power you actually lose by using the white wire. And since that motor is going to be powerful when it's all said and done, hopefully, you know, I'll get the timing, see what it is, hook a light up to it, because that's the main thing people would do with the white wire, is run a light off of it. So I want to see how the difference is by, like, you know, regular filament light bulb and LED light, which is what most people would run nowadays. Yeah, that's like riding fast through sand, man. Those rocks, those little rocks, if they're not packed down, man, that gets really sketchy. But you kind of got to ride it out, so to speak. Out of the way, geese! Fly, pelican, fly! What movie was that from?